What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you again today from Southern Muscle Factory here in Foley, Alabama. I wanted to talk to you guys today about a topic which, means a lot to me, and I exercise it each and every day. And, really what I call it is, making a way and not making excuses. It is so easy to justify not doing things for 1,000 different reasons. I'm gonna talk about myself, but I'm gonna even mention something, someone else close to my heart here. My cinematographer, videographer, my cameraman right here. This man has, a full-time job and has kids and has an extremely busy life. And I mean, like, a lot of stuff out of his control. With a bunch of kids comes people getting sick, people need to go to the doctor, kids being kids, having tantrums, not wanting to get in the car, wanting to, life, But he had a dream of like wanting to do videographer, and he's just found a way. He went ahead and bought the equipment and started filming. I don't even know where he actually got his first little couple films in, but I know that since I met him, the man does weddings, he does commercials, he does my YouTube channel, he helps others that I've known with their YouTube and TikToks, not to mention that he's doing his own personal ones as well. But my point is like, instead of making an excuse like I don't have time, or I've got too much going on, or I've already got a full-time job, he had a dream and he's just chasing it, and making the time to make stuff happen, getting up early, staying up late, editing videos in the middle of the night. I mean, these are things that I know for a fact that he's done. Listen, and he had no idea I was even gonna call him out on this today, but I'm just saying, I can talk about myself all day and I'm about to, but that's just one more person right here in my life that I can see chasing a dream that's not a fitness dream. Because listen, this channel's not all about like only fitness, Inspire, motivate, educate. That's the purpose of this channel, and like God speaking through me is like to inspire, motivate, and educate you to do whatever your dream is. If it's fitness, great, I can help you even more with that, but it doesn't have to be. Like I say, my good friend here, wanted to be a videographer, and he is living the dream. He is on his way to success. He has grown so much in the couple years that I've known him. But me, myself, let me talk something that I know even more about, which is me. When it first came to like doing bodybuilding, I had a load of excuses myself. It was a friend of mine. She was like, hey, why don't you, I was being competitive. I was competing in CrossFit, and I just couldn't keep my shoulder healthy because I'm a big guy, so, and there's all these shoulder movements, there's, pull-ups, push-ups, handstand push-ups, snatches, cleans, all this stuff. And I couldn't keep my shoulder healthy, kept messing up my labrums. And she was like, man, you ought to do a bodybuilding show. And I had my excuse book ready. I was like, I got stretch marks. And she's like, well, all bodybuilders have stretch marks. I'm like, but I got all this loose skin. And she's like, well, what about, the women that get on stage that have had a baby? And at that moment, I was just kind of like, wow, that was, my biggest two hurdles, but I'd never really thought about it. Like, I'd spent my whole life being overweight. I'd always weight trained, but I'd never had a diet, and I'd always been overweight. So it was something that I had never even allowed my mind to like consider. But in this moment, I let myself consider it and said, why not? We just eliminated the main excuses. Now, I do have more hurdles to overcome than some others, because I do have the loose skin. I did used to be overweight. I do have a slightly, lower performing thyroid than some people do, so it's harder for me to get shredded. I do have to work harder to make the fat come off, but it's like, I've never been short on discipline I've never been short on having the drive to do whatever it takes and to do whatever that takes is, you know? So I throw out my excuse book, you know? Listen, you know, here I am at the end of prep, you know, and the cardio keeps piling up, you know? I do an hour and a half in the morning, then I do an hour and 15 minutes post-training. Then coach is like, all right, 30 minutes before bed. You know, 30 minutes before bed is after I've slept 5 hours, gotten up at 6 a.m., done an hour and a half cardio session, come back home, make meals, eat a couple, then I go and strength train for an hour, then I go and do an hour and 15 minutes cardio, then I go and work 10 to 20,000 steps at work, you know, serving tables. Then I get off at 11 o'clock at night, drive 30 minutes to the gym, do 30 minutes of cardio, then finally go home, unwind, get in bed by midnight, back up at 6 a.m. Over and over and over. You don't think I could make excuses about that? And that's while eating, you know, a 13-year-old girl's worth of version of calories, you know? I don't know exactly where my calories at, but they're in the 15 to 1800 range. You know, it's simply protein and asparagus. You know, fish and asparagus and 300 grams of egg whites. My point is, I could easily make excuses. There's plenty of them there. But instead, I just make a way. Instead, I just do what's laid in front of me. Instead, I try my absolute best to be my best version of myself. It'd be easy for me to stop posting on social media because of all the negativity that I've received many times. But it's part of my calling to like share my experience with everybody else, irregardless of what I get back. Because it's not about what you get back, it's about what you give, you know? And today, I'm grateful to give everything I have to being the best version of myself. And that's what our channel's about. It's just giving everything we got to be the best version of ourselves. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. Check out the merch in the link, you know? Use code GET20, get 20% off. Most of all though, put away your excuse book and find a way to make it happen.